There are some people in this world who love selflessly, without expecting anything in return. Ashraf Ali was one such person. Everyone in the neighborhood knew him well, but the story of his life was deeply tragic. Ashraf Ali loved Raisa. To say he merely loved her would be an understatement. He loved her madly. Whenever he passed by Raisa's house, Ashraf's feet would automatically come to a halt. Seeing Raisa standing on the balcony, or her hair fluttering in the wind, was the most beautiful sight in the world to him. A single smile from Raisa would fill Ashraf's entire day with light, and seeing even a hint of sadness on her face would tear his heart apart in pain. Sacrificing all his own happiness and joy, Ashraf only ever prayed for Raisa's well-being. But the rules of this world are strange. The person you love with your entire being might be chanting someone else's name. There was no place in Raisa's heart for Ashraf. Her entire mind and soul were consumed by a handsome and modern young man named Arman. Raisa trusted Arman blindly. Arman often took advantage of this blind love by neglecting and hurting Raisa. Whenever Raisa spent the entire night crying while waiting for Arman's messages or calls, the news would somehow reach Ashraf. In the dead of night, Ashraf would stand beneath Raisa's window, his heart aching to wipe away her unshed tears. Ashraf would secretly message Raisa and say, "Please don't cry, Raisa. Don't destroy yourself over someone who doesn't value your tears." One afternoon, the sky was covered in dark clouds. Suddenly, Raisa came running and stood in front of Ashraf, breaking down in heavy sobs. Arman had eloped with another girl, betraying Raisa forever. Seeing Raisa's shattered state, the person inside Ashraf died. He reached out to place his hand on her head to comfort her. But Raisa jerked Ashraf's hand away, her voice laced with anger and hatred as she snapped, "Why do you keep showing up in front of me, Ashraf? So what if Arman hurt me? I only love him. I don't want your fake pity or your begged love for even a single second. Just get out of my life." These cruel words from Raisa pierced deep into Ashraf's chest like arrows. Even as tears rolled down his eyes, Ashraf forced a bittersweet smile on his lips and said, "I even love this anger of yours on your face, Raisa. Stay happy. That is my final wish." After Raisa left, Ashraf stood alone at the empty street corner. Heavy rain poured from the broken sky, but those raindrops seemed to pale in comparison to the tears falling from Ashraf's eyes. Suppressing a heart-wrenching sigh, he told himself that Raisa could never be forced to belong to him. Love that lacks freedom is nothing more than captivity in a cage. Ashraf knew that his love wasn't about exerting control, but rather a silent prayer for Raisa's well-being. As days passed, Raisa's life slowly turned into a living hell. She simply could not accept Arman's cruel betrayal. The very Arman for whom she had neglected a pure soul like Ashraf, was now living a happy life with another girl. Sitting alone within the four walls of her room, she spent her days clutching Arman's memories to her chest and weeping. Night after night, she stared at the ceiling with sleep-deprived eyes. Gradually, Raisa's body grew weak, and her inner strength faded away. She finally realized that the only person in this world who had loved her selflessly and purely was Ashraf Ali. One day, broken by a severe fever and endless tears, Raisa rushed out of her house. Shivering, she came to stand at that familiar old street corner, where Ashraf used to wait for hours just to catch a single glimpse of her. Today, even in the rain, Ashraf was not there. Raisa learned from the local residents that Ashraf had taken a vow never to bother her again, and had left the city forever for parts unknown. Before leaving, he had mailed an old diary to Raisa's address. With trembling hands, Raisa picked up the diary. Droplets of her tears began to fall onto its cover. As she started turning the pages, her chest felt as though it were tearing apart. Every single page, every single line of the diary was filled only with her name. Ashraf had meticulously recorded the dates, noting down which color dress she had worn on a particular day and when she had spoken to someone with a smile. Reaching the final pages, Raisa's eyes froze. Written in wet bold ink were the words, "You can hate me for the rest of your life, Raisa, and call my love a lie. But know that this love of mine never depended on any conditions. Be happy, because even a single drop of tear in your eyes is unbearable to me. Your sweet smile was the only strength that kept me alive." Reading those words, Raisa could no longer hold herself together. She collapsed right in the middle of the street, filling the air with a heart-shattering cry. She screamed out, "Ashraf! Come back, Ashraf! I understand everything now. Please forgive me." But the empty street gave no answer other than the echo of her own sobbing. By then it was far too late. Blinded by the illusion of the wrong person, she had lost the most precious human being in her life forever. Burned by the fires of regret, Raisa's life was reduced to ashes, while Ashraf had vanished like the pole star into an infinite sky, never to return again. True love is not appreciated by everyone in time, and by the time they realize its worth, it is far too late. To watch more heart-touching and tear-jerking emotional love stories like this every day, please subscribe to our channel right now and ring the notification bell. Your single subscription breathes new life into every painful story we share, so please subscribe and stay with us.